And welcome back to my channel. For those that may be joining for the first time, my name is Aurelia Michael Holmgren, a Bronx girl in an LA world. And you may have found me through several of my career and life avenues: bodybuilding, image consulting at one point. I'm also a life coach for Goal Setters Success Club, as well as a voiceover artist and coach for Our Voice on Demand. But today we are here to talk about my 1 month lock journey. So it's actually been 6 weeks now, and I did this intentionally. I was gonna make a video the day I got my hair done, but I am committed, as I mentioned in many of my videos, to knowing that my hair is going to be fresh much less than it is going to be growing and doing what it wants to do. And so I didn't feel the need to come on here on day one and just show, like, I am proud of how this looks because it's letting me know that things are moving, things are growing. And so some of the things I wanted to share today are 5 things that my first month taught me, updates in general about how life has been with my locks, and then for everybody, the importance of the energy exchange you have with the people in your life that are a part of what I call like my home team. So your massage therapist, your nail technician, your loctician if you're in a lock journey, or your hairstylist, etc. And how important, especially for me in this season, that is. So overall, my first month was magical. I don't know if I've skipped the ugly phase. I haven't gotten to the ugly phase. I'm refusing to call it an ugly phase. I made a video on TikTok about how I think sometimes the only thing that's ugly is our perspective. And so we have this idea that when things are nice and neat and tidy, that means it's good and it's perfect. But when things are a little rough around the edges, when things are a little messy, then we associate that with being ugly. And that can be a part of our never-ending dangling carrot towards perfection, when knowing that perfection does not exist, is not obtainable, and honestly, even if you could, it wouldn't be very attractive to see. So I don't know if I've just skipped over that or I just refuse to sell into it. Because I even remember running into someone who was further along in their journey, and she said, "Oh, I can't wait for you to join me because I'm out here looking like a 12-year-old boy." And I thought she looked beautiful. And so I'm interested to see how this process goes, because my profile told me, like, there's gonna be days where you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, what is this? And then there's gonna be days where you're like, I am so beautiful. And I haven't had the former yet. That's one of the things that I just stop sometimes. I'm like, wow, you look so pretty. Like, especially when my hair is pulled back and I fully get to see my face and I'm not attached to a length or the strength or anything, like just seeing it in its most natural state. People have been so supportive. They're loving it. It's like gagging everybody that doesn't follow my YouTube, because I haven't formally said it on my social media pages. And so it's just been really nice to have this lock community on YouTube, lock community on TikTok at Rooted in Change. And then all my people that I'm starting to see now, like, oh my gosh, I didn't tell you I got locks. And people are like, no duh, like that totally makes sense for you. And so I'm just really glad that I made the decision when I did. As I mentioned in my last video, I have a new loctician now, Kaori. That is my girl. I'll insert a little clip.
Ooh, y'all, I'm feeling so fresh and so clean. Say hey to the people. Introduce yourself.
I'm Kaori Nick. We're at Kaori Nick Studios, getting her locks together.
And where you from?
I'm from Chicago.
That's right, let them know.
She's from Chicago. You know, my bestie Britt, if you don't know, go follow Britt Inez, is from Chicago. Like, I love me some Chicago folks. So just when the way she handled me, I loved being in her space. It was just us, which was nice because it gave us room to like foster conversation without having to hear anybody else. We were also watching Insecure and kind of talking about the seasons over the years. And what I really loved about her too, which I think is really important, is while she may not have agreed with what my previous loctician did, she did not badmouth. Because sometimes you have to think about, like, if somebody's willing to like badmouth someone in their own industry, what happens when you leave the room, right? And so she was just saying, like, based on what she saw from my hair, she just disagreed. She felt like what I really needed was something they didn't provide, and instead of saying, hey, we don't do that, they did the 2-strand twist. They tried the what is that thing called? Insta-lock? I can't think of the word, but if it comes to me, I'll write it down here. But whatever, the thing they did when I had to go back a week later, that did not work either. I ended up losing about 2 to 3 inches of my hair in the back on one of them because it just knotted up. And so she crocheted some of it, but she said she's not going to do that every single time. But just to get us going, I also told her that I didn't wash my hair the entire month, which she also disagreed with. She says she feels like the water actually helps with the hair locking, and so there was extreme dandruff, and she was a little concerned, particularly in the front. So I am going to, she said, whether it's her hands or mine, my hair needs to be washed 2 weeks from when I left her. So that was on the 19th. So then 9 days took us to the end of the month. So in about 5 days, I'm going to wash it. But I probably will wash it a little bit sooner. I've honestly been thinking about washing it tonight because I sing at church tomorrow. And I think I want to do a half up, half down situation. And I've never washed my own hair, like with locks. So I think that'll be a cool video to do as well. But I'm also worried, like, what if it looks crazy and now I'm at church for 5 hours singing on stage with his hair looking nuts? I don't know. I don't know what could happen, but I'm excited for the journey. And I'm grateful for Kaori, and I am going to keep going back to her because she's like that. Which brings me into my topic I wanted to cover about bedside manner in general. I don't know if it's like an upbringing thing, a black household thing, but sometimes I feel like we can just deal with people and not really think about the impact that their energy has on us. So I remember going to this woman to get braids, and she was talking about, like, you know, you have to be careful with whose hands are in your head. There's an energy exchange from their fingers into your scalp, into your brain. And I really do believe in that, because even when I had a particular dentist 2 weeks ago, the way he was speaking, the way he was talking to me, his energy, I didn't want those hands nowhere near my mouth, okay? I just did not trust it. And part of me almost just let it go. Oh, I'll just get the procedure. And then something was like, no, you don't have to settle for less. You don't have to just deal with somebody, especially if you're at a big age and stage like me. This is the year of 40. Like, I don't have time to have anybody in my life that I don't feel like is an asset to my journey. Because if you're not an asset, you're a liability. And so I could find myself thinking about when I was a kid, I kept going to the same hairstylist, even though she didn't support my hair goals. She pretty much creamy cracked my hair to a pulp. She was always late, 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours late. And we just dealt with it, because that's what we've been told to do, particularly as black women, because black people just deal with it. It's like, just get through it, just be strong. No, I don't want that no more. So I'm so happy that I'm working with her now. She's gonna be on every vlog, y'all already know. And I'm super excited. Okay, last thing, 5 things that the first month of having locks has taught me. Patience. I think I'm already a pretty patient person, unless you're getting on my nerves. But in general, I believe in trusting the process. But I think there's a whole other level of patience, because every day you're like, is it locking yet? Is it locking yet? And it's literally like watching a plant. So if you come to my house and you see a plant the day I buy it, and then you see it 6 months later, you're like, whoa. But if I see it every single day, it's hard to remember what it once was, and it's hard to see how drastic the change was. So it's really teaching me about patience, since I'm with my hair every day. I don't notice yet if it's locking, but I'm getting excited, and I'm staying patient. I'm waiting, I'm watering, I'm doing what I need to do, but I'm excited for what is to come. So definitely it has taught me patience. It's also taught me trust. As much as I want to put products in it and do this and do that, when you're first starting, you really have to be kind of hands off. You don't just let it run amok, but you want to be hands off so that it can do what the stylist, the loctician, has trained it to start doing. And so I've had to really trust that everything is working in my favor, that my locks are going to be healthy and beautiful and as vibrant as me. Comfortability and confidence. You can't tell a girl nothing. Listen, even when I see the girls outside with the bust down, I'm like, I see you, sis. Bust down, baby. But it doesn't make me feel any less powerful. I feel more powerful than ever with my hair. And I know I've had an unhealthy attachment to my hair, but I've more so had an unhealthy attachment to an expectation. and a hope and a wish, and not being obsessed with what it is. Now I'm obsessed with what it is. I walk outside, and no matter if I just got it done or it's 3 weeks later, like, I just feel so powerful. I feel so comfortable. I feel so relaxed. It's a great conversation starter. Like, I hope I am encouraging people out there. I know, like, my girl Dorian has been thinking about getting locks. Like, I hope I'm encouraging people out there. If you're thinking about it, get her done. Like, I'm already obsessed, and right now it still looks like 2 strand twists, but that's okay. Play, you know, I've been starting to kind of play with little clips and just getting like some style ideas. I love that half up, half down. I can't wait for it to go all up, you know, but patience, like I said, patience and trust. But I've definitely been having this desire to play and like, what designs and styles can I do as it gets longer? And then lastly, beauty. I have experienced beauty on another level from the inside out. And it is just, it's almost indescribable, because hair has been my Achilles heel since I could probably spell Achilles heel. And it's healing me. Oh, come on. You better change up the spelling and bring in a word. It's healing me on so many levels. And I feel so blessed. And I'm so excited. I'm about to say I'm excited to be in month 2, but I'm already in the thick of it. So I'm planning to go to her right before I start rehearsals for a new show, because I'm trying to go in there like, even though they're going to be confused because they probably all think the big curly wig is my hair, but that's their problem, not mine. Anyway, thank y'all for checking out my video. More to come. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, suggestions, videos you want me to do. I try not to do the videos I see a lot already done, so let me know what things you want to hear about from my life coaching, voiceover artist, musical theater, hair loving, dog barking world. Peace.